What's up, everybody? This is episode 291 of Some Shit We Like. Thanks for stopping by and watching us live or whatever. Rick is doing things to the left of me and trying to distract me. If you haven't been here before, here's the deal. You can watch us live on the weekend. Achievement unlocked. Stop fucking me up, guys. You can watch us live on Twitch. You can follow us on social media, Twitter.com or at Some Shit We Like, and we'll let you know when we go live. And if you don't do that, you can catch the audio of the show on Tuesday. We put it up in the morning, usually sometime between 10 and 11. I try to do for 10. Sometimes I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to do the show. Otherwise, if you want to watch the show in clip format, we put up little clips of the full episode throughout the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at noon. We put up a second video at 6 o'clock at night on Thursday, and the whole video goes up on Friday, except this last week because there was so much show. So with that said, this is Mike, this is Rick, I'm Bryce. What up?
I love the way you just said that. Like pounding through the intro.
Thanks for joining us, guys. That was the show for today. It's not going to get any better than that. We're out. Bye, Cheesy.
Bye. Bryce, you're wonderful.
Thank you. I'm tired. Let's do this.
I like you.
All right. Let's roll. Let's get into it.
Damn, so quickly.
I've told you. I got shit to do.
Very rarely is Rick the one that's like, slow down, guys.
Slow down.
I know. So we got movie news for you. Actually, entertainment news.
Either way. Same deal.
Yeah. So, starting with Netflix, because I know Bryce loves this show.
Yeah.
American Vandal. Did you watch it, Mike?
No, but I want to.
Yeah. Got a second season. It's already on Netflix.
That's the mockumentary thing, right? Okay.
Yeah, the first season was about dicks.
Yeah, and this one.
Dicks in the car. This one's about everyone pooping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, apparently they are canceling. Well, they are canceling it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. It did well for it being word of mouth.
Yeah.
And they're just canning it.
The second season not do well out of the gate?
I think it did well as far as like view retention time.
Okay.
But like they've been acting a lot of stuff lately. Like they cut already Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm. I saw those get the can.
And I guess they just want to, like we've already talked about in the past with their past news about them trying to concentrate on more of their own stuff.
Yeah.
As far as I guess this is their really
this is an original deal. Like,
I guess they're letting loose with the axe, but it's not all over yet because apparently sources say that CBS TV studios have received multiple calls to revive the series for a third season.
Yeah.
So I wonder if this is going to be like a CBS All Access type of deal.
Okay.
Which could be because I don't think you'd want to put that on normal television.
No, it can't go on normal
I don't think
television.
it could go on normal television.
Well, I mean, it depends on who picks it up, I guess. But
yeah,
I mean,
true.
Yeah, like it's not going to be on CBS regular channel 2.
It's like right after How I Met Your Mother, American Vandal.
I don't know that I would throw around the word love so loosely. Like I don't know that I love the show. I think it's a funny. I think the show's ridiculous.
I think you, if I remember correctly, you love the concept.
I guess. I mean, it's just.
I remember you talking so highly about it. Like you have to watch it. It's oh my god, it's so funny.
No, that was not. That wasn't me. I don't think I said that. I just think the show's ridiculous. It's kind of something that's fun, I guess, to put on if you just have nothing else to watch. And that's not a shot on the show, but It's just like you just know what you're sitting down getting ready to watch. It's complete bullshit. Like the season 2 is about finding the turd burglar. They somehow draw out the first season like 10 plus episodes, however many episodes it is, figuring out who drew fucking 27 dicks on the car. Like it's ridiculous. To me, the show's ridiculous. I think it's fun. I think it's entertaining. I haven't finished season 2 yet. But I'm not that sad about this. I mean, I don't. How much longer does it go on? Like, I guess they could keep coming up with stuff, but I think all of a sudden it'll just feel like old hat. Like, all right, we get what you're doing. Like, right. You're making fun of these murder documentaries and stuff.
When are we gonna get the Upper Decker Bandit taken down? Like that would be a funny one too.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean,
shitting in the top tank.
Wasn't that South Park?
What did they do something about it on South
I
Park?
feel like they might
I
have.
think they did. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
maybe I don't know.
Was trying to figure out who shot on top of the urinal or
Oh,
something like
God.
that.
But was that also the same episode where like they're pooping out of their mouths and that had something to do with it?
I don't know if it's that
Okay,
one.
let's move on. Let's
Yeah.
move
Because
on.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
disgusting.
I'm sorry I even brought up the upper decker.
So, anyways, yeah, I guess I'm kind of bummed about it, but I'm not like heartbroken over it, you know, because
Okay.
it's just like it. You know what I mean? To me, it's like it's not a lazy show, but it's a show that you put on and you're just like, oh, cool, like I can put this on while I'm doing other shit.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? But it's fun. It's fun. I can't say like I'm surprised. I'm surprised it even got a second season,
Right.
kind of, just because it's just so ridiculous. But people do like it, and it is kind of like you could watch it in a night because I think they're like 30 minutes long.
Okay.
And next thing you know, you're like 5 episodes in.
Yeah, I tried watching it, and I just was like, God, this is just so
The
stupid.
second season or the first
The first season,
Okay.
and I was like, this is so stupid. But I ended up watching like 4 episodes, still thinking this is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I think somehow it still grabbed me. I haven't finished it, but
Yeah.
I still.
But you don't finish
By
anything.
the time,
somewhere.
yeah, I
No,
don't
he
finish anything.
doesn't.
But by the time I got to the 4th episode, I'm like, God, this is so stupid, but it has me.
I mean,
it
that's
has my
the
interest.
right. That's the point. Like, you just have to know what you're about to watch. It's
Right.
ridiculous. It's meant to be. It's like you go to watch Naked Gun. Like, you know that movie's gonna be completely ridiculous.
Right.
So.
So yeah, there is hope at least with CBS.
That's weird.
So maybe, yeah, it is kind of weird. They're going to a normal.
I know they have other networks in there
Network.
under their umbrella, but that's just kind of weird.
Yeah. So
Well, it doesn't mean it's going to be on CBS.
Right,
Just
right,
the,
right.
It'll
the
be on-
studios.
Yeah. the
all
studios.
access, or maybe
Yeah.
even one of their like partner, like
But
Showtime, because I think CBS has partnered with Showtime.
But at the same time, they're just saying, like,
It's rumors.
so they're canceling it, but CBS, like, I'm guessing, so maybe that's confusing. Is CBS somehow behind the show and it's partnered with Netflix? Because what the thing says is CBS says producers, sources say producers, CBS, so CBS produces the show. So there's producers.
Oh, okay.
CBS TV studios have received multiple calls to revive the series for a 3rd season elsewhere.
Yeah.
So it could be anywhere.
Oh, okay.
It
so they
doesn't
part-
have to be
okay,
CBS.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unless I'm interpreting that wrong, but I don't think so.
Hashtag
I think it'd be good for them to put it on all access though, because I mean, like, really the only strong thing they got going for them is Star Trek Discovery, in my opinion, and their old archives.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if they want to keep it, if they want to do that, then that's fine. But at the same time, you have to figure CBS TV Studios is also maybe they're also part of. I mean, I guess it could be Netflix, but maybe they also just aren't sure if they want it anymore. I don't know. Who
That's
knows?
true. That's true.
It just depends. But it sounds like it is more from the Netflix side, and so
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll put it wherever they feel like they can.
Yeah.
You're right. It could be all access, but I mean that could work on Amazon. It could work on Hulu. It could work on any of that stuff.
My favorite show, staying on the Netflix train,
Yeah, I wondered why you removed this, but then I understood why because you were
'Cause of
worried
the-
about
yeah.
lists.
Atypical got renewed for a 3rd season. I am
Okay.
happy. I didn't think it was even going to get a 2nd season.
Have you finished the first season?
Oh, I finished.
Okay.
Dude,
Oh,
I-
you finished something?
I finished both the first
Whoa.
and the 2nd season.
Whoa.
I watched the first season probably about 3 times.
Look out. Okay.
And
Why?
It's good. I liked it.
Huh.
And then the 2nd season, I've only watched twice.
He's got so many things that he could be watching, but he takes this one show that he does finish. It's like, I'm gonna watch this again and again and again. Then I'm gonna watch The Office. Then I'm gonna do this. Like, dude, you have so much new entertainment.
Yeah,
It's just funny the
that's
way
it.
you work.
I
It's
work weird.
bizarre. But let me ask you, like, why are you surprised that have you felt like at the end of each season there's been a sense of finality where you just don't get how they would continue, or you just didn't like tell me is there more to that, or you just didn't think Netflix?
Well,
would give them
the
more?
first season was good, but one of the things that so the main character has autism, or Asperger's autism spectrum disorder, and like in the first season there wasn't that much representation for that, and a lot of people weren't happy about it, so that's why I kind of thought, maybe this isn't going to get a 2nd season. But the views on it, the retention or on it was good, so they renewed it,
Yeah.
which was good. And because of this renewal, they addressed those issues. So the 2nd season actually had,
More.
I believe, like 8 characters actually on the spectrum,
Uh-huh.
and really funny, good actors too. And yeah, so this season was good, but also at the end, like, I don't know, I feel like the finales, they get you, but they're not really like up there as far as like cliffhangers.
Yeah.
At least last season. This season, I think, they upped the ante a little bit more as the cliffhangers go. So I'm glad this got renewed. And now we're gonna see the character going through adjusting to real life in college, away from home, which is usually hard for people on the spectrum.
So it's not a situation where you're like, how can they continue this? It's just more you're just surprised that Netflix is keeping it going. Like you haven't felt like, oh, I don't know where they can go from here. To you, there's like
there's
a
definitely ways
launching
you can go
point.
to it. It's just like the way the end sometimes, or like the first season ended. Like I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would be picked up because it kind of almost ended in the way that like it could have been. I mean, I guess it was a cliffhanger, but at the same time, like if it didn't get picked up, like okay, well we got some answers for some things, and some we can just speculate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, like I'm glad it got picked up, and I'm glad it got picked up twice. So,
I thought Rick was gonna take the Black Cloud woe is me stance and be like, well, it's because I like it, so they'll probably cancel it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
but they got really good actors in here.
Okay.
So like they got the kid from United States to Terra. They have
The kid from United States of Terra.
That was the
And
one
they've
with
got
Kyle.
bipolar disorder, right? The United States Terra. Split personality disorder. Is that what that one was?
You have the right show, but I feel like it's called
disassociate.
something else.
Yeah, okay,
just-
same thing. Not same thing,
VID.
but yeah, you understood what I meant. Okay.
Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it. Michael
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport is
Okay.
in it too.
I'm
He
gonna
plays
have
the
to
dad.
watch this. I like Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, me too. And it's weird to see him in this like fatherly role because I feel like most of the time I see him, his characters are more.
So he's an immature shitbag.
Yeah,
But in a lovable
yes,
way.
Yeah. So it's really nice to see him when something different. You
Yeah.
know, like a wholesome dad. You know.
That's cool. Does Jennifer Jason Leigh play the mom?
Yes. She plays the mom, and she does
Yeah.
a really good job in the sense of like. I don't want to call her Peggy Hill.
No. Please don't.
No,
Because
I
Peggy
would-
Hill is fucking terrible.
Yeah, she's terrible. I don't know. She plays like I don't know, like a real like overprotective mom,
Okay.
but at the same time like kind of a shitty person in the best way possible.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's a good
I'm
show.
gonna have to watch. 'Cause I had a major thing for Jennifer Jason Leigh when I was younger.
There's some scenes, you know, where I'm like she still has it. I think she's
Yeah.
still.
I have no idea who
You
you
seen
guys are
Fast
talking
Times at
about.
Ridgemont High?
It's been a while.
Okay,
so.
she's the
Yeah.
lead. She's the lead. She plays Stacy in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the actors are good in here, and I love the brother sister dynamic in this because it feels genuinely real.
That's cool. Maybe I'll watch this show. I don't
it's
watch
like-
TV at all, but at least
You
know,
could binge it in like a day. It's only 30 minutes.
I would say I'm as bad as Rick, but at least I don't start shit and not finish it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's true.
except for one thing that I started and haven't finished yet.
Right.
But yeah, you can binge
Got
this
back into
show
it,
really
now
good.
And then
you're
yeah,
down
fell off
again.
again. Yeah, I'm sorry, Paladins, man, Paladins.
Yeah. It's bingeable.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
I watched the first season in like 2 days.
Cool.
I feel like Netflix has no rhyme or reason for this shit anymore because a lot
No,
of stuff that
they
you're
don't.
saying about this, like Everything Sucks had all that stuff. Everyone fucking loved that show. A lot of people were watching it. They just canned it. Like so,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're using to decide.
Yeah. See, I thought maybe because like they have bigger actors.
They're
That's
like-
probably why they like.
Oh,
All right.
that gets the axe.
Oh,
that one gets to stay.
I think it's more
Probably
that.
more that.
It's absolutely more that.
Yeah. I just thought maybe it was because of the bigger actors in this show. They probably renewed it, but
I mean, you would think that would cause them to cancel because the higher payroll
Yeah.
for essentially
That's
something
true,
similar
yeah.
to what they already had for a small, maybe possibly smaller payroll.
Plus, yes, I know that they're, Winona Ryder and like the other guy and stuff, but like you can make that, if you said that about Stranger Things, pretty much most people in that show
That's
were
true.
completely unknown,
Yeah.
except for, Winona
Winona
Ryder's
Ryder.
in it. So, I don't know. I'm more on his line where it's like, toss the coin. Oh, we'll keep this one. We won't keep this one. Unless to them they think some are just no-brainers. But a lot of these seem like they are no-brainers considering the support and the views that they get.
yeah.
So,
Maybe Netflix is like a developmental ground, and they're like, yeah, we'll give this show a chance, and then if we can't renew it, maybe somebody else will pick it up.
yeah, maybe. Doesn't happen. I know what you're doing, but...
They're like the Arizona Diamondbacks of television
Oh.
production. No, that's not. I was going other places too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, hey, yeah, let's trade Max Scherzer for a bucket of balls and a new Gatorade fucking container. Oh, he's a Cy Young pitcher the next year? Yeah. Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe someone will pick up Everything Sucks.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think
That's
it's
not gonna
done.
happen. It's done.
I think it's done
Yeah.
at this point.
So yeah, Atypical. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Highly recommend it. It's really good, and I love everything about it.
That's cool. What else you got?
With that being said, we got some either bad or good news.
Stupid fucking news. I don't even know why you're talking
Clueless
about it.
remake in the works
Oh my god.
from Glow and from the writers of Glow and Girls Trip. So, yeah, Paramount Studios is hiring Marquita Robinson, a writer and story editor for Netflix Glow, to pen the script for an update to be produced by Tracy Oliver, The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed.
Don't like it.
Best known for writing Girls Trip. Which I haven't seen it. I want to actually see it. I heard it is actually pretty funny.
I don't know, man. Like, it was hard enough to get me on board for the Clueless TV show. Even though only a couple people changed in that.
Yeah, that's true. The main...
But there's no, like, I don't know, man. Fucking...
Yeah, I think that's like
That
with
was
Back
a-
to the Future, I don't think that's one you can touch. But I'm
There's-
sure they will.
It was very time and place for Clueless. Like, it's a
I think you
completely
could produce
different...
something like that.
Because even the TV show was fairly close to the movie, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean that made sense. This is just I'm gonna say now this is gonna fail. It's gonna be terrible. Nobody wants it. Don't fucking do it.
Watch it be like the biggest thing ever.
Be dumb.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We always talk about being tired of the fucking treadmill that Hollywood is on with remakes and recastings and redos and like just fucking don't call it Clueless. Stop it.
I mean, and what are they going for? Are they literally going for like that time or that era? Because how is this even gonna? People won't even think this is cool. If they want to make modern day Clueless, it needs to be called like fucking Savage and Lit or something, not Clueless.
Called something else completely.
Like seriously,
There's your title.
If you're gonna make a show about high school life in a comedic way, just call it something else.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be called Clueless.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it any more time. You can talk about it if you want to. I'm done talking about it. I think it's
The only
stupid.
reason I brought it up was because I know you guys like Glow, and it's going to be from the writers and story editors of Glow.
It doesn't matter. It's kind to me. I think Clueless to me is a prime example of like catching lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they expect to do with it. Fucking 30 years later.
Goddamn, shut up.
20 years later.
Jesus
20
Christ.
years later. Excuse me.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move on then.
Yeah. It's just
I
it's
can't
what we
hate
always.
it, man. I hate
No,
it.
I get it. I
Yeah.
just thought I brought it
Oh,
up.
no
'cause
one's
the whole
yelling at
Glow.
you.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I get it, but it's what we always say. It's like there's just no originality anymore.
So yeah. Anyways, that being said,
Oh, before we get into the trailers, I want to mention that Castlevania Season 2 is out on Netflix now, and it's
I think
8
I saw that.
episodes. And if you haven't watched the first season, it's only 4 episodes, and they're relatively short. They're like 22 to 28 minutes long.
did you start watching it?
The second season?
Yeah.
Not yet. No, I'm going to. But
I
the
saw that and it reminded me
first season was fucking awesome, and I've been hearing nothing but good things about the second season. So go watch Castlevania on Netflix.
And also, if I didn't say it enough last week, if you weren't watching Haunting of Hill House, you're fucking up. So bring that up too.
Cha-ching!
Yeah. What are you waiting for, Rick?
All right. What am I waiting for? All right, we'll move on.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Haunting of Hill House. What are you waiting
Oh,
for?
you wanted me to like, all right,
No.
let's go.
Watch it.
Yeah, well, I
We
gotta
got
watch
some-
Sabrina first.
Trailer.
Haunting of Hill House came out before Sabrina. That's your own fucking fault.
I like Sabrina.
I'm telling you, Rick. You need to watch it. You can watch both.
All right,
You need to
first,
tell the
The
wife
way
about it.
you said "I'm telling," I thought you were like gonna go tell his mom that he's not.
No.
I'm telling Rick. I'm telling.
And you need to tell the wife about it.
all
I
right,
gotta tell you guys about these shows before you guys start going like, oh, everyone says they're good, so I can't watch them. They're gonna suck. I'm always on. I'm
Rick
always
doesn't
telling
do
you
that.
about
Rick
it.
doesn't do that. That's me.
Okay, well, watch it.
I'm already tired of hearing about it from you. So
I don't care. I'm keep bugging you.
all right.
All right, so we got a trailer for you. This trailer is from Netflix, called Bird Box. My sister told me about this book. It's based on a book. She told me about this book because it has a similar vibe to Quiet Place,
Mhm.
which me and Bryce really liked a lot. So, it's
She
just-
told us about this
told
book.
us.
Thank you very much.
Bryce and I.
Yeah.
whatever.
I was there.
All right. So, anyways, here it is. We're gonna watch it right here
Okay.
with you live, unless you're watching us on YouTube. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Where are you? Please don't take my job. Please don't take my children! How have you been feeling? Have you been sleeping any better?
Oh, rough. Then again, I never slept well before. I was conditioned.
Condition? It's called pregnancy. It's okay to say it out loud. Something's happened.
Can you just please drive?
Did you see something? Come inside!
What's going on?
People describe seeing an entity that takes on the form of your worst fears.
Oh my god. What are you looking at? What did you see? What is wrong with you? Please stop it!
You can't stay here.
Every contact we have had with the outside has brought us death.
Your kids, they deserve hope.
Every single decision I have made has been for them.
That's creepy.
They're gone.
Listen to me. You're going on the trip now. It's going to be rough. If you hear something in the woods, you tell me. If you hear something in the water, you tell me. But under no circumstance are you allowed to take off your blindfold.
You hear that? The creatures.
Sarah Paulson, John Malkovich, Sandy Bullock.
Oh my God, Trevor's best friend
Sandy.
Sandy. That looks really interesting. I wish that trailer was like a minute shorter.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not that I saw too much, but like I don't know, just the longer it went on, the more my hype meter dropped. And not because it was bad or anything, but I don't know, with something like
I
that,
can
something psychological and
see
something
that.
horror, I like it to like tickle my brain and be like, oh shit, like interest me. Don't give me too much. And
Yeah.
it didn't give you too much of a story or anything like that, but I felt like it gave you too much content. If it was a little bit shorter, I think I'd be like, holy shit, that looks rad. But instead, I'm like, I'm interested in that. That looks cool.
I think that looks good. When does that come out?
Oh, shit.
Click it off.
Close.
I feel like that comes out soon.
Come on, Rick.
I know. I suck. Yeah, I think it's
And then also, what do you think, Rick?
I think it's interesting.
Are you in?
Ah, you motherfucker.
Rick's breaking the show, guys.
Alright.
He'll edit this out of the clip.
Oh, December 21st. All right.
Yeah, so it comes out this year, December 21st.
Oh, cool. So
I thought it was even sooner than that.
theoretically, this could make one of our movie lists.
That's true. I'm excited for it. I think it looks really good. And to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of Sandra Bullock.
I'm actually not
Me
either.
neither.
Wow. I thought I was the minority. I don't like her much either, but
Oh no.
I like Sarah Paulson. I think you
I
do
was
too.
gonna say but I love Sarah Paulson, John
Plus the-
Malkovich.
Plus the movie, I don't know. It looks good. I think I'm in. I think I'll watch
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, same. Especially after like the hype that my sister told me about or told us.
So this is
about
based on a
the
book?
Yeah, it's based on a
Oh
book.
shit, maybe I'll get the book.
Oh, that's a good idea. I do have a credit left.
Ooh, before it left for Audible because I
For
don't
Audible.
know. I never learned to read. That's
No,
right.
I didn't. Just don't make fun of me. It's a sensitive topic.
All right, Wayne.
I feel like I watched, what is that movie, the other Netflix movie that came out with Will Smith? Was it called Bright?
Yeah.
Bright.
I watched Bright, so I feel like I
Did you?
definitely, yeah, I did.
I never ended up watching
Yeah, I
that.
watched
That looked
that.
really
Yeah,
fucking
I
cool.
watched it.
Yeah.
That's Max Landis.
Yeah. I like the concept of that. The
Mhm.
idea.
So I watched that, and this to me it looks way better than Bright I thought did. So
Just on a production standpoint, or
No,
this
just in
subject
terms of,
matter
like,
speaks to you more.
the
than
trailer,
Bright
just
did?
based off trailer, like I like for me it's kind of like, oh, I'll check this out. It's like it's Will Smith in a Netflix movie. It seems
You can,
I'd be curious.
Like modern day orcs and trolls and cops and stuff.
I just I thought the trailer looked kind of hokey.
Okay.
I think from what I remember,
Gotcha.
but we ended up watching it, and the movie is a little hokey, but it's good. I think the movie deserves more praise than it got.
Awesome.
All right.
Gotcha. I need to watch that. So. Oh wait, we have another trailer.
No.
Or-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did. Yeah, we did. Well, I was gonna say something
Oh,
else
go
about
ahead,
the
go
movie,
ahead.
but
Go ahead,
go
let's
ahead.
move on.
That was a live emotional breakdown on the show.
I was just gonna say that, like, with Quiet Place, what it has to do about sound,
Yeah.
which is something that, like, I get, like, I don't know, I put myself into this, like, how would I react to this type of looking at,
Right.
and vision is definitely one that scares me the most of not having.
Okay.
So, like, this movie, I have a feeling is a movie that would probably give me nightmares.
Okay.
Because not knowing where to see where to go
Right,
or anything,
right.
like, that scares the fuck out of me. And Bryce knows this. I know what you're gonna bring up.
Wait, what am I gonna bring up?
San Diego.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's part of it. But I wasn't gonna bring that up. I actually in my head was making up this whole story that you're more blind than you really actually are. So I'm just imagining you every morning like being so fucking terrified before you grab your glasses.
Like
I was just
fucking-
making this whole thing up in my head, but.
Like
That's a
called
good
Blair
point,
Witch.
too. Yeah. He's fogging them. He puts them on. They're too fogged up at that point. I actually, though, what I wanted to say, like, I don't know if I just missed it. It wasn't entirely clear to me. Oh, I guess maybe I do know. They were wearing the blindfolds because there's some sort of entity that
That
someone
shows you-
gets into your eyes
If
and
you
shows
see
you your
it,
worst fears.
yeah.
Okay.
You
All right.
fucked, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
You
So-
watch it, and
Yeah.
you die 7 days later.
It's like, no matter what, like, I'm fucked because my fear is not being able to see. And then if I take it off, boom, there's it right there,
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck you.
Okay, I got it. That looks good.
Scary. But anyways, yeah.
It's too bad that didn't come out around this time.
Yeah, no shit.
Would have made sense.
I thought it was. I really did think it was.
Breaking news: this movie's been canceled. Netflix axed it.
Yeah, there wasn't enough views on the
No
trailer.
retention. No retention.
They flipped the coin. Heads. Go home. All right, next.
All right, let's go.
All right, this next trailer is Escape Room.
Oh God. All right.
We actually saw this trailer
Before Halloween, yeah.
Before Halloween, and like watched them, like, holy shit, this is actually seems
Okay.
interesting, and I'm bringing it to you today, Mike.
Was this online last week too?
Yeah.
No, I'm surprised we didn't. Yeah, I did like that enough to where I would have wanted to watch it. I'm glad you brought it.
So you haven't seen it, right, Mike?
Nope.
All right, so here we go.
Hence my reaction to the title.
Well,
But I'll
we'll
watch
see.
the trailer.
Little
Nope, I'm out.
boxes on the hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky little boxes on the hillside. And they all look just the same.
You want to control your life, but life isn't a science experiment. You can't contain your world forever. Try doing one thing that scares you over break, okay?
Yeah. This serves as an entry voucher.
For Minos escape rooms.
Be the first to escape our most immersive room yet.
How good that is.
And win $1 million.
Good luck, Jessica. Jessica.
So,
Oh shit. Okay.
when does the game start?
I think this is the escape room. We should look for clues.
What are we looking for here?
Anything that looks like a puzzle or a code. It looks like an oven dial.
That looks real.
It's kind of warming up in here.
Excuse me, we'd like our hit now, please.
Well, that's creepy as hell.
Is it getting hotter? How do we get out of here?
It's Fahrenheit 451.
Talk about immersive.
What's wrong with you? That was real.
Dumb question. Are we outside? As soon as we get this figured out, as soon as we get the hell out of here. Who would do this?
Little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes made of sticky
They're watching us. They know every move that we're making.
There's a big one.
They knew everything about us.
This is my hospital bed.
Me too. They made these rooms for us.
You ever seen things that weren't there before?
I am not imagining this.
Surviving is a choice.
I want him to let me out of here. That's why they chose us.
And they all look just the same.
So, I thought this the first time I saw the trailer, and I actually thought it even more this time, and it doesn't make me not want to see it, because I definitely do want to see that. I think it looks fun, but if I saw that and at the end of the trailer what popped up was Saw Escape Room, like, I would not have been surprised at all.
Yeah.
Like, it even seeing it the second time, it reminds me so much of Saw. I get that it's different. I understand that it isn't like make your choice, but I like Saw. But I mean, honestly, after watching the second time, it would not surprise me at all if it was Saw, Escape Room.
I was, honestly, I was expecting a Jigsaw reveal at the end of that. That's what I was expecting from watching the trailer. And that's not a bad thing at all.
No, it's not. I mean, because it's a different spin.
It also had, I think there's another movie.
He said the same thing.
This is another movie I think you and I both were into, Dreamcatcher.
I don't think I've seen Dreamcatcher.
Okay. Jason Lee is in it. Donnie Wahlberg is in it. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I never saw it.
Okay, it has that kind of a vibe to it also, a little bit.
Yeah.
I should see Dreamcatcher. I really like
That's
that
like, what,
movie.
2000, 2001?
Yeah, that's a good ass movie, man. That's another one that doesn't get enough credit. It's a fun ass movie.
So,
go ahead.
I was going to say, both of you guys thought Saw. I thought Saw the same thing too when I first saw it, but something else just came into mind watching it the second time.
What's that, Rick?
Me. Okay, it sounds weird, but a fucked up, twisted Willy Wonka. Going into different rooms. Each room is a little different.
Okay.
You know?
I get you.
You know,
I'm shrugging my
each
shoulders.
room, like, one of them's going to end up being killed.
There was no fizzy lifting drink, though, so...
I'm shrugging my I'm shrugging my shoulders at you, not because I don't agree.
And then when you get to the end, when you get to the end, to the last survivor, there you see Jigsaw saying, "You're taking over."
You get to be Jigsaw. Here's the you play sad Hulk music as he walks away.
Oh, God.
No, it's irrelevant now. It really is. It's fine. Move on. I didn't want you to think I was just being negative. I was going to explain why I was shrugging my shoulders, but you don't get to know now.
Okay. I'm in on that. That looks really cool.
Yeah, I love it a lot. I want to see it.
I'm surprised it took this long for them to make a movie based around that fad.
I know that's like been around for a while now,
Yeah.
and like now we're getting a movie about something like that.
Maybe a lot of people thought the same thing. It's like, is this too much like Saw? And then they finally like pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell you why I shrugged my shoulders.
Yes.
Okay.
It's because I'm shady. I don't. My memory of Willy Wonka is really murky, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other. So that's it.
Although I was gonna actually ask you a follow-up question, but since you said that, I don't think it's gonna
Matter.
you're gonna remember. But like I just recently saw a video, which I probably should have watched the movie first. Snowpiercer. I know you saw that movie.
I did.
Yeah, with Evan.
Book, right?
Chris Evans. About the people that are in the train. It just keeps going in circles.
Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
I thought you said something about you saw it with like your brother or something. Like you guys were like drunk or high.
Oh, that's probably why it doesn't
So that's
remember
probably
it.
why you don't remember it. But I saw this like video essay where they compared it to like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which was
That
kind
is
of
based on a
interesting.
book, right? I'm not crazy.
Snowpiercer? Yeah.
That's the name of the movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Okay.
I wonder if I'll show you. Yeah, maybe that doesn't look familiar. Cover. Okay. Yeah. All right. I
Okay.
remember. you
Maybe
saying
it was
that.
your other friend Bryce, like your other friend
I
Michael.
only have one Bryce friend.
Do you know the way he said that? Like he couldn't handle more. Like I only have fucking one friend.
No, I didn't, that's not how I meant it.
It's fine.
I meant it as a more unique, like, yeah, I only have one Bryce friend. You know?
Okay. Well,
There's going to be no other.
Bryce says, "Let's move on." I'm getting uncomfortable.
I love you, Bryce. You're still my buddy.
Love and stuff.
All right. As far as movie entertainment stuff, I think that's all I got.
Cool.
So we
Okay.
can jump into your video Wagos.
Okay. I don't have much stuff to talk about today. I mean, there's this big fucking game that just came out yesterday, but I don't have it. I don't think Bryce has it. I don't think you have it.
Game.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, right.
what are you waiting on? Just waiting for money or waiting for time?
I'm waiting because I really enjoyed the first one a lot. And I really like Grand Theft Auto 5. And Red Dead Redemption holds the distinction of being the first Rockstar game I've ever finished the story mode of.
Mm-hmm.
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah,
At the time.
At the time. Then I've gone back and I finished San Andreas and I finished Vice City. I haven't finished 3, but I finished GTA 4, and then I finished GTA 5 when it came out because that story was so engaging, and there wasn't any stupid missions that made me want to put my controller through a fucking window.
I love GTA 5.
But the thing about Red Dead is, like, I said this to Dan the other night because he was messaging us. I don't know if it was in the group chat or in the personal chat.
I don't think so.
But I was like, dude, I feel kind of like if you went back to the early days of this podcast, you and I would complain about 6-hour single-player campaigns.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point now where I'm like, please.
Oh, really?
Give me a 6-hour campaign with no fucking skill tree and a cool story, because I just don't have 80 fucking hours to shave my horse's balls and make sure my character eats and sleeps and make sure everybody in my fucking camp is happy. I don't have the time to put 45 hours into Assassin's Creed 2 to build out my villa all the way. I just don't have that fucking time anymore. I don't.
I feel like indie titles are what are filling that void for you, though. What would fill that void? Those shorter, bite-sized things.
And then those things end up being like The Messenger ended up being a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, there's exceptions.
Like, you know what
I'm
I mean?
not saying all indie games, but yeah.
And I'm not saying that we need to go back to fucking gray and brown first-person corridor shooters or anything like that. But like, I hate that everything has RP. It was novel 10 years ago when something had an RPG element to it. It's like, oh fuck, I gotta feed CJ and go to the gym and stuff. Like, I don't have to, but I could, and it changes his appearance. That's cool. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas adding some RPG elements. That's cool. But now everything has that shit. Like, I was even considering getting this year's WWE game because of the roster size and because I've been seeing reviews of it that the controls are better and the story mode seems really cool and it's all mocapped and acted out by AJ Kirsch, who I really think should have won Tough Enough in 2010.
Yeah.
And it just seems really fucking awesome. But then I look at it and there's like a skill tree in the fucking career mode of WWE 2K18 or 19, whatever. It's like, not only is it a fucking skill tree, but it's like a skill tree into a skill tree. It's like, I'm like, no.
So I'm half with you on this because give me all the length, you know. that could be so dirty. Give it all to me.
Please
fine.
Clip that, cheesy clip that, please.
I'm fine with long games. I'm saying games. I could have said I'm fine with long, and I just did. Yeah. But anyways, I'm fine with that.
I am too.
And I'm not saying you aren't,
right.
but I am 100% with you on the RPG thing. Because like I could care less about. I don't think I ever really like skill tree stuff. I get behind it, but I'm just like I don't like
this.
It depends how it's done. Like I feel like God of War kind of did it in a good way, where I'm like, all right, I felt like I just kind of evened everything out in that game.
So like 5 hours in, I realized, oh shit, there's 3 skill tree pages in God of War.
Yeah. You didn't even know.
I didn't realize that at first.
Yeah. I feel like they did it in a good.
Later. Okay.
I feel like they did it in a good way, where I felt like I could even out. I could build my character just as time goes on. I'm like, oh well, I'm getting stronger in this area, this area. I'm with you on the RPG stuff, man. Like I don't care about that stuff.
I like having granular like control over my character and how that character plays. Mm-hmm. Like I always go back to the original Borderlands, where like, yes, it had a skill tree, talent tree. It wasn't. Yeah, it was more of a talent tree. It's like, okay, you're a healer and a DPS, or you can be like, you know, like you can do different things in it. But the cool thing about that game was the more you used assault rifles, the more your skill with assault rifles leveled up. It was all done in the background. I didn't have to go to a fucking second page in the skill tree and go, well, I want to throw points into my assault rifle to reduce recoil and this and that. And then they got down that road of Borderlands 2 where they had the badass points. Where, I want recoil reduction and recoil reduction. But then that wasn't too bad. But then it just got further and further along to where, like, I really enjoyed my 15 or 20 hours with The Witcher, but it's so daunting to look at that fucking skill tree and look at that crafting menu, and it really pulls me out of the game. Yeah. And then you can go through games like I went through like the first 5 or 6 hours of I did the entire first world when you change worlds. The first entire world change without upgrading Kratos or the Blade or Atreus at all. So like that game is completely viable to play without engaging with that skill tree shit because it didn't feel artificially harder.
Yeah. So I'm listening to you. When I'm trying to pay attention to you and Cheesy's like, there's horse wieners and I drew a dick in the snow last night. Snow mechanics 13 out of 10. I will say that because it
looks amazing.
I was like, I watched a part of the game where they're walking in snow and it was deep snow and I'm watching the snow like, I was like, whoa, like that looked really cool.
Does your PlayStation sound like it's gonna fucking melt, Cheesy, when you're playing? Because I've been hearing that, like, even on
I just
the Pro,
heard it's like 2 discs.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's like 100 gig install or some shit. It takes an hour.
So like, and with Red Dead, it's like I really enjoyed the first game because it was that Rockstar formula, and there was stuff you could do, but you didn't have to engage with. But like the more and more they put an emphasis on, you got to clean your gun because if you don't, it takes your damage down. It takes the distance of the bullet travel down, and
that feels like a chore.
Yeah, it does. And then, you got to make sure everybody at the camp is happy. You got to hunt, make sure everybody's eating at the camp. You got to make sure you're sleeping. One of the only thing about it, like the depth of it that I really liked was like, in Grand Theft Auto and other games, you could change your hairstyle and everything like that. This one, you can do that. But the character's hair grows over time and his beard grows over time. And if you shave your beard off, you can't go back and be like, oh no, I want my beard back. You have to wait for it to grow. Like, you can take away, but you can't add. I think that's cool.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know, man. It's just, I've been hearing good things about the story so far and reviews of the game. Like, Colin already loves the game. He hasn't finished it, but he's put like 35 hours into it. And his review
40. I watched his review.
His review was very, like, it really made me want the game.
I started watching it and finished. Did you watch the Red Dead Radio with Petty and Greg?
No, I haven't, but I plan to. And I want to play this game, but I don't want to have to engage in all that extra bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, they aren't deal breakers for me. But
not at all.
For forever, I feel like I've never been like skill trees. I'm not really into. Crafting isn't really something that I like to do. Like, I will do it, and I think some games do it better than others. But for me, I just kind of like, I want to play. I want to be immersed in the world. I don't want to have to like, now I gotta go. I don't want to spend fucking an hour in my menu of a game. I want to play the game.
And Rockstar knows that too. So you know what they did? You don't have to engage with the menus in the game. They have a companion app similar to the GTA 5 app where you can do all of that shit in the app. So
and that's kind of cool. Like when you aren't playing. Like when you aren't playing.
Yeah, but when you're playing, it interfaces directly. So if you have an iPad or a large tablet, you can use that as the map and set your waypoints instead of having to do it in menus.
Yeah.
Because they know their menus are shit.
Yeah. I giggled.
Okay.
I was immature. I giggled at large tablet. And I was like, large tablet. But I mean, like I could be watching The Haunting of Hill House. And I could fuck with my...
I think so. I think so,
That I can get behind.
Yeah.
Because like that's like, okay, that's Bryce not playing the game.
Right.
That's Bryce studying essentially for his game. Right.
And like, so depending on how you play the game out, your character Arthur Morgan writes in a journal. And you can interact with that journal in the app. So you can read the journal in the app instead of having to try and read it on your TV screen or whatever. It's really cool little like quality of life improvements that they've added. Like the GTA app had the right idea, but they just seem like they never fleshed that out.
No.
It's like, here, you can feed and walk your dog. It's like, don't fucking take the dog.
I don't think I
why?
like never use the app. Cheesy, can you confirm or deny like the extent of what you could do in the app while you weren't playing?
But yeah, like, and then Cheesy was streaming it. I was gonna watch, but I was like, it's 1:30 in the morning. I should probably just play some Paladins instead.
It's not. It's 1:30 in the morning. I should go to bed because it sounds like that's the direction.
I have to do my
no, I
daily
know.
quests.
But you realize the way
Yeah,
you
I
load
know,
that up
I
is
know.
like it's 1:30. Like maybe I shouldn't do something else right now. I'll play Paladins.
Yeah.
In the app.
Yeah, we know there's an app, but like, what all can you like? Can you work on things like like your skill tree or whatever shit like when you aren't playing the game in the app?
Yeah,
that's what we want to know. We're curious
because it interfaces with the app like live while you're playing the game. You can do that, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a big thing that's happening right now, and none of us are able to talk about it because none of us have the game. And realistically, at this table, I'm probably the only one that's gonna get it because I plan on getting it. But yeah, I want to play that game for sure. And if Cheesy comes up with the information, we can go back to it because I'm just going to stay on the Rockstar thing for a minute.
Yeah, he just said he hasn't gotten that far into the game. He doesn't have the app.
Okay. There was like a whole fucking big to-do about a comment that Dan Hauser made about, a few of us have been working 100-hour work weeks and shit like that. Yeah. And then he clarified, everybody's like, this is garbage, it shouldn't be happening. And then he clarified, he's like, no, it's me and 3 other writers. That's how we write. That's how we like to take a game home when we write. So it's not the staff, it's us. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's bullshit, you're just saying that because of the backlash. And then they're like, please, employees, former employees, current employees, talk about your time at Rockstar. Positive, negative, we don't care. Just get it out there. And everybody put it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just saying that because they want to keep their job or they want to go back there. It's like, well, you can't have it both ways. And then Jared Petty was the only one that spoke with a fucking level head and was like, Jason Schreier's writing an article. Let's wait for the article and we have
more information. That, yeah.
The article came
he
out.
sounded like me because that's a very me thing.
That's
I'm like,
yeah. Hey guys, we don't have to jump off a fucking cliff. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And that's why I love Jared and his voice because Greg likes to jump off of cliffs. Mm-hmm. Gary Whitta likes to jump off of cliffs. Jared.
Sue too.
Yeah. Jared's always like, yo guys, let's get more information first before we jump off this cliff.
Yeah.
And that article came out, and I guess Jason Schreier, who I really like as a games journalist, because other than, not so much now, but other than Patrick Klepek 5 years ago, there was nobody actually doing journalism in video games.
Yeah, Schreier is up there.
I feel like Schreier is even better than Klepek was, because I feel like Klepek has degenerated into getting into that echo chamber and yelling about things before information comes out.
Yeah.
And it really bums me out about Klepek. Because I did a 180 on Klepek when he got to Giant Bomb and had his time there, and like I've gone back around again to where I'm just like, all right, dude, I don't need you, and I don't need to be reading your stuff anymore. But Jason Schreier, man, is fucking killing it.
Yeah, he's always good. I always kind of stop and listen.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what he wants to write about. I think, who's the other guy at Kotaku that's good? Steven
Totillo?
Yeah, I think he's pretty good too. Yeah. Steven Totillo is another one that I think deserves to be up there.
So, when that whole plagiarism shit came out with IGN, and there were people that were like, oh, I'd love to interview that guy. I'd like to talk to that guy. And then people were like, oh, why would you want to fucking do that? Blah, blah, blah. And that's bad journalism. Jason Schreier's like, no, I don't care what this guy did. I want to talk to him. And then it just goes to show...
That's not bad journalism. That's journalism.
A real journalist and somebody who just likes to fucking mouth off and be part of that, quote, echo chamber and part of that conversation, that hate train bullshit that I can't stand. And everybody shut up immediately once Jason Schreier said, no, I would interview this guy if I could get a chance to.
I mean, I'd be interested against the guy's head and what made him go through that. That's journalism.
Exactly. And with this one, he talked to I think over 90 people, past and present employees of Rockstar. And the main crux of his article was like, this is not a Rockstar centric thing. For people to be crucifying Rockstar for this is ridiculous because every company in this industry and in any industry does shit like this. Mm-hmm. So here's some accounts, first-hand accounts from people. And nobody's talking about that article except Jared Petty. I read that article. It's fucking fantastic. Well written. The dude does his due diligence and he gets in the weeds and he finds out information you wouldn't normally get out of people. He's very good at his job. Everybody should go read Jason Schreier's article and continue reading his stuff. Go back and read old stuff.
Yeah.
Because the dude just fucking kills it, man, as a journalist.
I agree.
That's hardcore missing in video games. And in everywhere, really.
Yeah, and I know I brought up Totillo too, and Charlotte, like Kotaku's got two big dogs,
Yeah.
for sure. Interesting that I used that this week, but whatever, I'll leave that to wrestling. But yeah, like real quick, like the internet is such a fucking shit show, man. Like when you first started talking about this, there are times like, and I'm not gonna act like I don't, like obviously I use the internet every day. Like I like the internet, I like what it has to offer, but there's times where I just wish it would go away. I kind of do. I kind of, sometimes lately I've thought I miss the more simple times of no internet. Of, oh, what's this? Oh, let me look it up. Blah, blah, blah. Like, sometimes I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. Because look at the problems that sometimes that it causes, or everyone's got a fucking opinion about everything. And maybe they always have that opinion, but I didn't have to hear about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, seriously, cheesy. I hear you. I know. Like, it's like I'm upset. I like porn. What the fuck? What about you guys out the internet? I hear you. It has. I get it. But you gotta understand. Like, there's just sometimes I really do think back to that time, and I miss looking into magazines to find information about video game stuff. Like, sometimes I miss that stuff, or just being able to shut off. I actually kick myself sometimes. I get mad at myself when I'm watching a TV show or something and I'm on my phone at the same time. Yeah. And then I'll be like, oh, fuck, I gotta rewind a little bit. Yeah. And like, you know what? The show's supposed to be the entertainment. Right. Like, fuck this thing. And a lot of that could be my own fault. I should just put my phone somewhere else. But no one does that. Like, I could say that. I could sit there and try so hard. Sometimes I just wish the internet would all go away. I really do.
Yeah.
I love the internet. But I do miss that. I do miss that time looking, through Yellow Pages, or I forgot what they're called, the map quest, the analog map quest. Thomas Guy.
Oh my God, Rick.
I know.
Map guide quest.
But another thing that I do like about the internet, like I miss the time of the internet before everyone had access to the internet, or it was so simple for everyone to have access before the internet.
Yeah.
Because like the 90s, I would put it like mid to late 90s, like people were like, ooh, internet, what's that? World Wide Web. People just saw it as, oh, it's just a bunch of geeks, and I miss that. And now it's
I think the thing about the internet I miss is Wikipedia stuff, where everybody thought they had all the information about everything. Now everybody thinks they're an expert on everything because they can Google it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
the internet gave everyone a fucking voice. And which yes,
is
it's
awesome.
good. It's awesome. I love that. But it also gives like the bullies, the harassers, and all them voices too.
You guys
not that there wasn't any of that in the 90s as well too, but I think like it felt like, I'm probably wrong, but to me it felt like it was more genuine. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was catfishing and all that shit, but I don't think it was as predominant as it was
also, it wasn't
today.
called that. It also wasn't called that.
It wasn't
back
called
then.
that back then either. Yes,
it's just
you got to relate to the young viewers.
It's just a double-edged sword. I mean, I think it's rad how connected the world is right now. Like I think that is cool, but at the same time, there is something that I do miss before all that. Yeah. And then to touch on something that you said, I'm gonna say it. Early days of the internet, fucking AOL. Yeah. Like when that's what I mean. Was your first AOL, right?
Yeah.
Like I've talked about this with you before. I remember I didn't have it yet. AOL was just starting, and then WWF got an AOL section. Yes. And I remember
that's the only reason I wanted AOL.
Yeah, me too. And I remember as a kid, I'm like, this is so cool. Like I can connect to this section on AOL, and I'm like, I could see something outside of Monday nights. You know what I mean? I felt like I was gonna get wrestling. Yeah. Like not fit, but information. I'm like, this what? Like who's doing a live chat?
I can talk to other people that like this thing I like? Cool.
Or you want to know some of my
chat rooms.
Chat rooms, but you want some of my fondest memories with you, honestly, is like us talking on Instant Messenger. Yeah. Voxers, it's not the same. It's cool, but I mean, I used to I would hop on at night, 10 o'clock at night, and I would look up whatever I was looking up, and then I'd be chatting with a few people at a time on Instant Messenger. I miss that simplicity. Same. So there are early parts of the internet that, like, if I could go back and go to that. So I don't mean I want it totally to go away, but sometimes I do wish it was gone. 100%. Yeah. So
I wish it was more like it was back then than it is now.
Yeah.
That's how I wish my internet.
And then I don't want this to go ignored because
sometimes Twitter just is fucking a cesspool of bullshit.
Well, don't you want to ignore it?
Yeah,
I agree, Rick.
Yeah, Rick, I agree too. But Cheesy poured out his heart a little bit.
Okay,
he said after the internet thing, I wouldn't have met you guys without the internet. He's like, and I like y'all. You guys are more homies. I consider you guys my friends. To be honest, I know I'm a viewer, but we've related and continuously talked on so many things.
Yeah.
We're basically friends. Also,
I love the internet.
Most importantly, Rick likes porn. And
who doesn't?
Rick, you know you love Arabella Danger and Riley Reid so much. He doesn't know who that is.
I know who Riley Reid is. I don't know who that one is.
He doesn't know who that. I'm just fucking around. Cheesy, we appreciate that.
Yeah,
and obviously
sure,
we appreciate you. So I mean, I'm with you. But
it's the reason why we wanted to start something like this is because
I don't know.
I specifically, and I know you guys too, but I specifically engaged with people through podcasts and through the internet, and felt like I knew them. Going all the way back to the early 2000s when Jeff Gerstmann and Ryan Davis were at GameSpot. I felt like I knew them because every day I would bring them into my home with their reviews or video content or the hotspot on GameSpot, their podcast, or their weekly show called On the Spot. And I felt like I knew those guys. So when they left and started their own thing, I went with them because they were the thing I liked about that site. And then when Ryan Davis passed away, we've talked about it before, I felt like I lost a friend because I felt like I knew him.
Yeah.
So I'm with you, Cheesy. Like the main reason I wanted to do something like this show is because I hoped that someday, somewhere down the road, someone would engage with me the way I engaged with them. And it's a fucking rad feeling. Yeah. So yeah, there's good shit about the internet.
That comes about
Yeah.
it. I agree with Drew's last statement too. Like I met a lot of people through YouTube too. I went to a YouTuber's friend's party yesterday. You know, never thought it'd actually go out.
You should have seen it. Like I saw his Instagram story last night. And I go, "Where the fuck are you, Rick?" And he goes, "I know, right? I got out." And I go, "No. I don't want you to use your one night a year you go out and not come to the Halloween party tomorrow night." And he's like,
not coming tonight.
I might go. I don't know. I was like, "You dick."
I got Spider-Man to play tonight.
Dick.
but yeah, I'll
believe. Go ahead. Well, believe me, there's plenty of merits to the internet.
Yeah.
It's not that,
Yeah.
but to play off something you said, and this isn't me attacking you, but you just said you can't live through dial-up again. But what I'm telling you to do is to go back to that time. Dial-up was all you knew.
56K, yes.
That's all you. No, but you didn't know. Like you only knew what you knew then. That's what was novel. So you like. I would love to be erased and go back to that. I liked it when internet wasn't such a thing. I thought it was cool.
I love that this is the second week in a row where we're talking about Men in Black flashy things so we can go back and experience something.
But I mean, like I miss that. Like I hear you, but I didn't know what fucking cable internet, like I didn't know high speed internet. I knew what I knew at the time.
I think the closest we had were like T1 lines at school.
Yeah. But when it like first started, like, you know, I only knew what I knew and I liked it. I missed those days a little bit. So I just wanted to comment about like it was fun. It was like it felt like it was a new wrinkle added to your life, and now it's become life. And just sometimes I think it's just
I felt like I was so behind the curve in when I got AOL in like '94. I thought I was like the last fucking person.
Yeah, I think I felt the same way. I might have even gotten a little bit later than that. My friend had it, and I thought it was so cool.
By the hour.
Yeah.
By the fucking hour.
Yeah.
I used to keep getting those discs from the store or in the mail and just keep doing it over and over.
I think I always had unlimited. So by the time I got it, they were doing unlimited. So I think I always had unlimited. But I used to just get excited hopping on and like having mail. I'm like, this is so like, what is this? Like, I don't know. But anyways,
when I had to do the hourly thing because of the free discs, it's like, 100 free hours. Like, fuck yeah. And then I would get on, and then as soon as I hit go, I would start a timer so I knew how long I was on. I was like, I could only be on an hour tonight.
Yeah.
So I can not use all of, because at first it was like 10 free hours.
Yeah.
But then they started bumping it up higher and higher amounts of hours. But yeah, I fucking lived on a goddamn timer on the internet for a long time. At least you did that.
That's smart.
Yeah. As soon as I got a job, I just started paying for it myself.
I feel like we could talk about this for a while, so let's move on.
I like where that conversation went. It's going to be a good clip, Rick. Okay. I have visual aids, boys. So if you're not watching the show, if you're only listening to this part of the show is going to suck for you. So
this is why
if you're listening to this, go to YouTube. last week I talked about the Mike was full of shit segment. And Mike said he'd never get a Pro Controller because he couldn't get the one he wanted. But Mike found the one he wanted, so he got one. And I was telling you over...
I remember Comedy Button.
Yeah, that was good shit too. I was telling you, Bryce, that I only have one complaint about that controller. And I brought some other controllers to compare it with, so I know you know, but to feel the difference I'm talking about.
Oh,
so I brought some other controllers.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
Okay, this right here is by far my favorite controller out right now. This is the DualShock 4. This happens to be the 20th anniversary version of the DualShock 4, so it's PlayStation Gray and all that. But this is an amazing fucking controller. My Nintendo licensed Pro Controller. Mm-hmm. This is fantastic. I can't, because of this controller and this controller, the one I got a couple months ago, it's super hard to go back to playing in handheld mode at any time. And my one complaint about this controller is the grips. I don't feel like there's enough of a contour or concave here for my hands. It's still super comfortable, and it's not uncomfortable. It took like maybe 20 minutes for me to get used to the difference. And the reason I brought this, which is the grip that comes with the Switch, because this has a similar problem for me. Where they feel just flat. They feel straight and cylindrical, and they don't have a lot of concave for your hand. Which was why I bought this one. And I'm doing the side view because this has the concave that I really like. And this made playing games with the Joy-Cons in a grip infinitely more comfortable. If you let one up, Rick, you can. And that was also the thing I liked about this controller, is that this basically felt like an Xbox 360 controller. With, aside from the asymmetrical layout of the buttons on a 360 controller, at the time, I felt like that was the most comfortable controller to hold. Because the DualShock 3 had more of a flat handles. But yeah, this is great. This is comfortable. But it feels cheap and light and plasticky. But it got me through the couple of months that I needed to get through. And that's my only complaint about the Nintendo Pro Controller, is that the grip part where my hands go is not as comfortable as I would like it to be for the premium price you pay. I was hoping for a little bit more of, like, whether it's more of a concave by the triggers or more convex on the handle.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been better. But, that's me fucking nitpicking. That's like, I had to nitpick to find something about this controller I don't like.
What's your knock on this one, if there is one?
The touchpad is unnecessary.
Yeah.
And when I'm playing a game, when I accidentally hit it and it does something in the game, like, it very rarely does this actually do something in the game. But it happens sometimes if I'm playing Need for Speed or a game where I'm like really tightly gripping the controller, my thumb will slip off the stick and hit the touchpad. I know that was happening with you with the options button also, right? Your thumb was sliding off and hitting the options button. That's my only knock about the DualShock 4. Is that the touchpad doesn't need to be there and it shouldn't be there, and it was a waste of R&D. And if it could have kept the controller cheaper, I wish it wasn't there. So far, I've played about, I'd say 20 hours of Paladins with that controller, and I haven't had to charge it. Out of the box, I charged it.
The battery life on the Pro controllers are amazing.
Insane.
Yeah.
Every night I sit there and it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, here's where it's gonna tell me the battery's low, and then I make it through another 3-hour session of playing the game, and it's like, no, you're good, bro. So I'm purposely waiting until it says, hey, you should plug this in, to plug it in.
Yeah.
Because I fully charged it out of the box last Saturday after the show, and I've played, 3 to 4 hours, except for yesterday, every single night of Paladins. So that's 15 hours, almost 20 hours probably, and nothing. Like, it's just still good to go. Yeah. And I love how solid it feels, and you can see the battery here. The battery is fucking gigantic. And so that's awesome. Yeah. That's why I brought the visual aids. I wanted you to feel this, and then this, and this, and then obviously the DualShock, because for my money, this is the most comfortable controller on the market right now, is this one.
Can I respond?
Sure. No, you can't. Let's go. Get out of here.
I remember when I got this control, when I got the PS4, because I got it first.
Yeah.
Not that that matters, but I did, and I remember you guys were still playing stuff on the PS3, and
Uh-huh.
I used to be like, "It's so last gen, so
Yeah.
last gen." But I could not go
back.
Playing this and then playing the PS3 DualShock.
Yeah.
I could not.
Go back. I remember.
It was so hard. The controller felt
Well,
small.
we were still playing something together on PS3 every once in a while.
It was Saints Row maybe.
Was it? Maybe it was GTA also. No, because when I
No.
got it, I got GTA 4 with
Yeah.
GTA 5 with the PS4.
Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't. It was so hard, and I have to admit, like, your complaint is fair, but I don't know what it is. I feel like I held these back to back a few times because I really didn't know. I've never thought about it, but I feel like I think I like this extra real estate that's here because when I hold the Pro Controller like this feels so good to me.
Yeah.
And I see what you mean. There could be more happening here, but I actually do feel like this feels so natural to hold this, and it's like this. I feel like I would pick this even over this because now when I hold the controller like that, my thumbs are up here.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get, that's whatever, but I don't know. I guess I like the space.
Yeah. Okay.
And I automatically hold it like this. Like, I don't know, that when I first got that controller, I thought it was super, super comfortable, but I never thought to compare.
Right.
Like I said, this controller was the shit when it came out. It still is the shit.
I think it comes from me more being like, I won't say I was a PlayStation kid, but I definitely played more PlayStation than anything else.
Yeah.
The PS1,
No,
PS2,
of course.
and even PS3, to where I love the layout. I love the symmetrical layout of the controller. I don't like this. I don't like the offset.
I thought I wouldn't like that either, but it's so
and
easy
I don't
to
like.
get used to.
I wouldn't like it if the sticks were here. I just, for whatever reason, this is how my hands naturally fall.
I get it. It makes sense.
But yeah, I still think this is the most comfortable controller on the market. But I think that's the best controller on the market, if that makes sense.
I hear you.
I like this better, at least for current games, because I feel like most current games are using joysticks anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So for those being down there, I don't feel as if that's relevant as it is today with how comfortable this feels. Like I could see myself playing any PlayStation game with this. The positions here on this controller.
Yeah,
I think
they're both good controllers.
Yeah, they're both good.
Both
I'm not knocking
these.
Them.
Again, I have not held an Xbox One controller, but this is basically the mold of an Xbox One controller.
Yeah.
And this is really comfortable. If this was a thicker plastic and had more meat to it, this would be right in the running with best controller on the market. For fucking $25, you can't go wrong with this one, dude. You can't. But yeah, these two, man, the DualShock 4 and the Nintendo licensed Pro controllers are the most comfortable and best controllers on the market.
Yeah.
I think, again, most comfortable for the DualShock, best with the Nintendo Pro controller.
I'm glad you're happy with it because the moment I held this controller, I just thought oh man, and I was just happy that Nintendo, I know they had it for, the Wii and stuff, and they had that,
did not.
But it wasn't. This just feels like the first this legitimate controller they put out in a while, and to me the only thing it's missing is analog triggers.
Yeah.
I still maintain that I've always wanted to see them do an evolution of the GameCube controller because I've always liked
at least the GameCube triggers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's what I mean evolution.
Yeah.
I don't like the C stick. It's not I'm a fan of that too. But I remember thinking that controller was super comfortable. I haven't held one in a while. But yeah, I don't know.
I used to think the N64 controller was comfortable, and then I held one recently, and I was like, "Oh no!"
But yeah, man, I'm glad you like that controller.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I like that controller.
The N64 one, yeah, it's not terrible, but man, going back to it, woo!
I mean, I haven't.
I like it the way it looks.
Yeah.
It looks like a spaceship.
Yeah, it looks like a plane. I haven't touched one of these in a long time. Boobs, no. I set myself up there, but I really would still argue how much I like the NES Advantage, the big joystick thing.
Yeah.
It's simple, but I mean, I remember that. I just fucking loved. I'd sit down,
playing Galaga, that was so fun.
I could lay down with that controller if I wanted to. I used to set up it, or I could have it on my lap, or I could sit like this. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know why I brought it up, but that was a good controller, and I like that one. But this is nice. This is nice.
Maybe next week we'll do a top 5 list of our favorite controllers.
Maybe next week. All right.
No, I think we gotta give a little break on list.
What's next? What's next?
Other than my controller stuff, I have finished the Tony Hawk stuff, and I'm formulating my list of that, so that'll be a me thing. Don't worry about it, Bryce. So I've got that's in the pipeline. I have 5 days left to finish the Paladin's quests.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 5 days to play, I think, 30 more games, which that'll be easy to do. I thought I wasn't going to get there because it seemed like I was under 100 games for so long. But then I got up to, I was like, oh shit. Like last night I was playing, I was like, holy shit, I'm at 120 games already? Nice. I only have 30 more to do? Awesome. But yeah, I've done 5 days and 15 hours of playtime in Paladins and 240 wins. And the homie Cheesy sees the clips I post at 3 a.m. on Twitter because he's still up too.
Yeah, well,
you
send him to me, I'm there also.
But yeah, and I've been really going out of my way to level up my other characters and take a little bit of time away from my healer.
Mm-hmm. What happened? You don't have to go into it, but God of War, did you just send back?
Yeah, I sent it back.
Okay.
I got through Jotunheim. I don't know the end of that story, and I'm going to try and finish it before we do Game of the Year stuff, but I've played enough of that game to know how I feel about that game. Okay. And boy, do I feel a way about that game. So, yeah, I don't know. I used to be the guy that was like, well, if you don't finish the game, you can't review it. But then as I get older and realize that there's more nuance to games than just finishing it.
Right. Well, especially when you have something like Red Dead Redemption that comes out where it's just like there's so much to that fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm definitely going to try and go back and finish God of War before we do our Game of the Year stuff, but I feel a way about that game, and unless they completely botch the landing, which I'm by all accounts they fucking stick that shit. I know how I feel about that game and where it sits on my list.
Cool. Cheesy, I have to comment, wants you to send him this controller, and if you do, he will swallow you whole. So,
it's my only controller right now, Cheesy, and unless you can find and get me the 500 million translucent dark blue one with the gold accents, or that fucking really snazzy Uncharted 4 one that has like the same blue as our microphone, we might be able to talk about a straight up trade. But we might be able to talk about a straight up trade.
I mean, you're at GameStop now.
Yeah, just
keep an eye out.
Yeah, let a brother know. This one, like, I couldn't pass this up. This was sold by somebody on eBay, but it was brand new. And the way I know it was brand new and unused is the tape on the sides of the box was still intact. And you know how that tape do. You take that tape off, it rips the fuck out of the paper of the box. Yeah. So everything was 100% intact. This is out of the box, freshy, brand new, and man, did it smell good!
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you like this controller. Like this controller is why, like, you know, I get annoyed. I understand. Like, there's some people that don't want to call the Switch a hybrid device. Say, well, it's a handheld that you can play on your TV. But this controller is why. Like, to me, it's a console, and I play this. Unless I'm out, that's how I play my Switch, and this controller is why. If I'm home, I'm playing on my TV, and I'm playing with this, and I treat it just like a PlayStation. That's what I do.
I've definitely been playing more on the TV since I got, this one, and then obviously since this one last week. But I definitely still play a lot in handheld, man. A lot.
And I like it. Last night,
I played a shitload in handheld because I wasn't tired.
Yeah. For me, I just use it as, like that's the cool feature. It's like, oh, cool, I'm going to travel, I'm going to take my Switch, or I'm going to go out and be somewhere, I could take my Switch. But if I'm at home, unless I want to take it to bed with me or something, or whatever, like, that's what I'm going to play on my TV.
Shit, man, when we go to cheer or taekwondo for the kids or whatever, like, I fucking throw my hotspot on and I play some Paladins or I play some Messenger. Like, it's really nice that internet has gotten to a place where I can connect to the hotspot on my phone and play Paladins and not feel any lag, and not feel like I'm the one bringing the team down because of internet lag.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all in on this controller now.
Good, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. But yeah, other than that, I guess just playing a lot of Paladins, and I finished the Tony Hawk stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I'll get together with Rick since he likes being just a producer sometimes, and maybe I'll just do a video about the Tony Hawk games instead of having to spend an hour of the show or 30 minutes of the show or whatever doing that. Yeah. But we'll figure that out.
Make it its own clip.
Yeah, we'll figure that out down the road.
You and Cheesy?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So that way Cheesy can edit it for you guys.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I talked about the Rockstar stuff. I just wanted to kind of get over that a little bit and talk about Jason Schreier and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for video games, dude.
All right, Bryce.
All right.
Take us home because you really want to go home.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you guys watch us live in Twitch, thank you. We appreciate you. If you're listening to the audio of this, we appreciate you for that also. And if you're watching the full video on Friday, you're hearing me say this, we appreciate you sitting back and watching the full video. If you didn't know, you can watch clips of this if you don't want to watch it all in one video on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, just throughout the week. Sometimes it's Monday. We put up clips before the full show goes up, and if we don't put up a full show, we'll let you know, and we'll clip the fuck out of you. And I think I already covered everything. Audio up on Tuesday.
Yep.
Some shit at someshitwelike.com. Do the damn thing.
Facebook.com/SSWL Network.
I was going to say some shit we like.
So until next time.
Fucking, I feel like we've said the name of the show way too much in the
So
last
until
10
next
seconds.
time.
Paladins, motherfucker!
So until next time.
I know some shit we like.